The six-film Resident Evil franchise may have proven hugely popular with fans after raking in over $1.2 billion at the box office to become the highest-grossing series of video game adaptations ever made, but it would be an understatement to say that the action-packed movies hardly stayed true to the roots of the source material. In its original medium, Resident Evil has always been characterized by an atmospheric sense of dread, increasing the tension with each level as players skulk around while living in constant fear that something terrifying is lurking just around the corner. The previous big-screen versions, meanwhile, were much more in favor of effects-heavy set pieces and bombastic pyrotechnics, but the upcoming reboot looks to mark a complete creative overhaul. Fans are already on board with the cast, which was announced yesterday and features a solid roster of up-and-coming stars filling the roles of familiar favorites, and director Johannes Roberts has admitted that his focus will very much be on the horror aspects of Resident Evil, something the previous efforts failed to touch on in any sort of meaningful way. With this movie, I really wanted to go back to the original first two games and recreate the terrifying visceral experience I had when I first played them, whilst at the same time telling a grounded human story about a small dying American town that feels both relatable and relevant to today's audiences. Not only that, but the all-new Resident Evil will also double as an origin story set in 1998, reinforcing the fact that the first two games will be serving as both the basis and inspiration for the plot. Of course, video game movies are experiencing something of a creative renaissance right now, and a horror-influenced take on the beloved series set in 1998 offers the perfect balance of recognizable characters and iconography, nostalgia and jump scares that could see Roberts' reboot appeal to a much wider audience than just those who love the Paul W.S. celebrity chef Giada De Laurentiis is a household name for anyone who's a fan of Food Network Anderson and Mila Jovovich franchise. The Italian-born and raised chef has amassed a huge fan base over the last 2 decades, using her Roman roots and impressive culinary skills to inspire audiences all over the world. Her easygoing charm and megawatt smile don't hurt either. Since joining Food Network back in 2002, De Laurentiis has hosted several different shows, published a huge stack of cookbooks, and opened 3 restaurants, among other accomplishments. During that time, De Laurentiis also got married, had a daughter, and subsequently got divorced, with her fans following every step of the way. Throughout her career, De Laurentiis has been known to talk a lot about her family and the people she loves to cook for, giving her audience glimpses of her life both in and out of the kitchen. So it's no surprise that questions continue to circulate about the current love interest in her life. So who is Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend? Let's find out. Giada De Laurentiis has been dating Shane Farley since 2015. Giada De Laurentiis has been in a relationship with 48-year-old Shane Farley for the last 5 years. While the couple was somewhat tight-lipped about their relationship in the beginning, De Laurentiis has since opened up about what it was like to move on from her first marriage, and how happy she is dating Farley. In 2018, she told People magazine that Farley made her feel like a kid again. De Laurentiis called Farley spontaneous, and said he loves to laugh, which is one of her favorite things about their relationship. Since then, the couple has been spotted vacationing together, spending holidays together, and hanging out with family, including De Laurentiis' 12-year-old daughter, Jade. The couple even worked together on the newest season of De Laurentiis' Food Network show, Giada at Home. So who exactly is Shane Farley, and how did he and De Laurentiis spark a romance? Turns out it's all thanks to showbiz. Shane Farley is an award-winning talk show producer. Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley is a television producer and a well-known figure in the world of daytime talk shows. He's been in the business more than 20 years and worked closely with several celebrities including Wayne Brady, Rosie O'Donnell, Tyra Banks, and not to mention the hundreds of guests who have appeared on the shows he's produced. One of his claims to fame actually includes working with another celebrity chef, Rachel Ray. Farley was a supervising producer on her self-titled daytime talk series for 6 years. During that time, Farley won 2 Emmys and was nominated for 3 more with the show, before leaving in 2011. Then in 2017, Farley was tapped to executive produce Steve Harvey's new syndicated talk show, Steve, which ran until the summer of 2019. Most recently, Farley has been helping produce De Laurentiis' newest Food Network project, Giada at Home 2.0. The show features De Laurentiis, often with daughter Jade, whipping up the family-friendly recipes they've been making while hunkering at home during the COVID-19 pandemic. Working in TV has always been Shane Farley's dream job. Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley told Dream Jobbing that he knew he wanted to be a TV producer from the time he was a kid, but he didn't exactly have a clear path set out for him. Farley grew up in Hampton, New Jersey, and didn't have any connections in the TV industry to help him get started. His mom was a teacher, and his dad served as the town mayor at one point. Regardless, Farley says he knew what he wanted to do, so he applied like crazy, put himself out there, and eventually it paid off. Farley says he managed to land a job working on the Joan Rivers show right out of high school, and his career continued to grow from there. To this day, when asked about how he got to where he is in his career, Farley talks about the importance of taking risks and initiative to get noticed. It seems like that attitude has paid off in more ways than one for Farley. Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley was inspired by Johnny Carson and David Letterman. In an interview with Dream Jobber, Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley said he was actually inspired to pursue the world of television after watching late-night icons like Johnny Carson and David Letterman. He says he would stay up late watching episodes of The Tonight Show and The Late Show on a black and white television in his bedroom growing up. Farley recalls watching a particular episode of The Late Show with David Letterman that still sticks with him. In the episode, Letterman calls out to his executive producer, Robert Morton, while the cameras are still rolling. Farley says it was his first glimpse of what and who is actually behind the shows we see on TV, and he knew from that point on that's the job he wanted to have. As fate would have it, Farley says he actually had the chance to meet and interview for a job with Letterman's producer, Morton, earlier on in his career. He not only ended up getting the job, but Farley says he and Morton are still friends to this day. Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley once created his own talk show. Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley's career has not been without its ups and downs. Farley is known for his work leading bigger budget syndications, but some might not know that he once created his own talk show, after founding his own production company, Cypress E Productions, Inc. While working for VH1 in 2013, Farley launched a pop culture roundtable called The Gossip Table. According to VH1, the show was meant to bring together an exclusive panel of celebrity insiders to deliver the day's hottest gossip and pop culture news. The Gossip Table ran for 2 years, becoming a regular weekday program on the network. However, the show was cancelled in 2015, as VH1 struggled to improve ratings amid the cable network decline. Despite the ups and downs of showbiz, Farley has said the best parts of his job include learning so many things about the world, and all the new people he gets to meet. One of those people happens to be Giada De Laurentiis. Shane Farley met Giada De Laurentiis 2 years before they started dating. Shane Farley and Giada De Laurentiis first met in 2013 through professional channels. Farley was hired to produce a show with De Laurentiis and her good friend and fellow Food Network host, Bobby Flay. While it turns out that show didn't have a future, Farley and De Laurentiis sure did. But there wasn't a romance right off the bat. At the time of the project, both De Laurentiis and Farley were still married. After De Laurentiis and her then-husband, fashion designer Todd Thompson, split in 2014, the chef says she took some time for herself to, in her words, rest and reset. Eventually she reconnected with Farley in 2015, and the two have been together ever since. While sources gushed that the two fell in love right from the start, their relationship has not been without its share of controversy either. Shane Farley's relationship with Giada De Laurentiis started when he was still married. Giada De Laurentiis was very much divorced when she admitted she was dating Charlie Farley in late 2015, but he was still technically married at the time. Turns out, Farley was in the process of splitting from his wife of 15 years, personal trainer Jennifer Jamo, when the media first started reporting on his relationship with De Laurentiis. Adding to the drama, it's even been reported that Jamo first learned of the relationship between Farley and De Laurentiis after reading about it in tabloids. At the time, De Laurentiis' rep told Page Six that her and Farley started dating in August, several months after he and Jamo had filed their divorce papers in March.
But the timing of it all still raised eyebrows, and fueled tabloid rumors that they had been having an affair. Jamo reportedly wanted to try and take De Laurentiis to court over it, but a legal battle never ensued. Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley isn't very public on social media. A lot of what we know about Giada De Laurentiis' boyfriend Shane Farley comes from his professional record and media reports. The producer himself seems to be pretty private on social media, especially in recent years. Farley's Instagram account is private. His Twitter account is public, but it appears he hasn't used the account in more than 2 years. Meanwhile, Farley has been spotted several times on De Laurentiis' social media accounts. Most recently, he appeared in an August Instagram post from De Laurentiis' account promoting the season finale of Giada at Home 2.0, which Farley helps De Laurentiis produce from home. In the post, the smiling couple appear to be having a meal at De Laurentiis' home with her daughter, Jade. It looks like the couple make a good team both on and off the set. In behind-the-scenes video from Giada at Home 2.0, the couple can be seen playing and laughing with each other when Farley isn't over De Laurentiis' shoulder filming her in the kitchen. Shane Farley has a good relationship with Giada De Laurentiis' daughter, whether they are helping Giada De Laurentiis shoot an at-home cooking video for her show, on vacation with family, or just hanging out at home. It's clear that Shane Farley has a good relationship with De Laurentiis' daughter, Jade. Farley spoke about it to People in 2018 saying, "I really enjoy hanging out with her." He mentioned in the interview that he doesn't feel like he has to step in and be another dad to Jade, and that has helped their relationship. "Jade has got two amazing parents, so I can be a part of her life without any pressure," he said. Jade's dad is still very much in the picture, and he's been spotted in some of De Laurentiis' Instagram posts celebrating big moments for their daughter. In that same People interview, De Laurentiis confirmed she and her ex-husband still get along after their divorce, saying, "We're supportive of each other and, in turn, supportive of Jade." Giada De Laurentiis and boyfriend Shane Farley share a lifelong love of Italian food. Shane Farley himself is half Italian, and he and Giada De Laurentiis both share a deeply ingrained love of Italian food. She may be the trained chef, but that doesn't stop Farley from taking charge in the kitchen sometimes, too. De Laurentiis told Today Food that Farley likes to cook for her on special occasions, like Valentine's Day or Mother's Day, even if he may be a little intimidated. According to De Laurentiis, he needs time to prepare though. She told People, "He has to plan. It's like a week-long planning session if he's going to cook for me. We don't blame him. Making dinner for a professional chef has got to carry some pressure with it." De Laurentiis admits that she'll give him a few pointers in the kitchen, but Farley isn't bothered. He told People, "She's not trying to show that she knows more than me or she's teaching me, she's really rooting for me." When De Laurentiis is the one doing the cooking, she says one of his favorite dishes she makes is her short rib lasagna. Will Shane Farley and Giada De Laurentiis ever get married? After 5 years together, many are wondering if Giada De Laurentiis and Shane Farley will ever tie the knot. De Laurentiis has reportedly confessed she isn't ruling out getting married again. When she was asked about it, she apparently said, "I'm never going to say never." There are rumors, however, that she's already turned down one proposal from Farley. Reports started circulating at the end of 2018 that Farley had in fact popped the question, and De Laurentiis declined. According to sources at the time, De Laurentiis wanted to stay focused on her daughter and her career. Neither Farley or De Laurentiis have confirmed whether the rumors are true. Only time will tell if there are wedding bells in the future for this couple. But we're willing to bet many of her fans would be thrilled to see De Laurentiis say, "I do," again. We're already picturing a Tuscan hillside wedding and a lot of pasta on the menu.